And it's because of features like that why gamers are gonna absolutely love this TV. Yo, what's up guys, how you all doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant, welcome back to the channel, and this is the new for 2021 Samsung Neo QLED QN95A 65-inch version, and I'm going to be showing you exactly why this TV is great for you gamers out there. Big thanks to Samsung and box.co.uk for sending over this TV, and if you would like to pick up one for yourselves, then I'll be leaving a link in the description to Box where you can go and check out the latest prices. Now at the moment I know that you can get a free 6-year protection plan included, free delivery, and they also have some cashback offers, so now is a great time to buy. Just want to apologise to both Samsung and Box for this video being a little bit late, but they were very understanding to the reason why, and that reason was that I caught an intruder with my bare hands. And if you want to see that video where I do catch that intruder, then please go and click on the link which I'll put up in the top right hand corner and in the description, and I'm sure you guys will really enjoy that video. Now, when it comes to new TVs and gaming, one question that I always get asked is, does the TV support HDMI 2.1? And I am pleased to confirm that via the very handy external One Connect box, this TV does in fact have 4 HDMI 2.1s, which are capable of 4K at 120 Hz. And that is enough to satisfy even the most demanding of gamers. Now, it's all well and good having high resolution and high frame rates, but it can all come unstuck as soon as you start to experience tearing and stuttering. Now, good news is, as long as this TV is hooked up to a compatible device, such as an Xbox Series X, then you can take advantage of the Amd Freesync Premium Pro, which means goodbye to tearing and stuttering. Being the Premium Pro version means it will support HDR, low flicker at least 120 Hz at full HD resolution, low frame rate compensation, and low latency in HDR and SDR. So we've got our high resolution, high refresh rate, stutter and tear free image. But one complaint that I also hear from gamers is when it comes to games such as this, which is Call of Duty, you often get those pesky campers that are hiding in those dark corners that just seem to catch you off guard because you cannot see them properly. Now fear not, because this Samsung has a pretty neat trick up its sleeve. So if we go to the settings, down to General, External Device Manager and Game Mode Settings, you will see the Dynamic Black Equalizer. So at the moment we've currently got that on 0, and as you can see it's pretty hard to see in some areas, but if we just turn that up, as you can see now, those dark areas are a lot easier to see, and that will give you the edge when it comes to spotting your opponents hiding in the corners. So again, on 0 now, let's turn that up, and there we go, just a lot easier to see those dark areas, but at the same time what it is trying to do is not blow out the highlights, so just raising those dark levels but not overshooting the light areas. Next up, we have a feature that you gamers are going to absolutely love, and it is something that I can pretty much guarantee you are going to use on a regular basis. Now put your hands up if you have at some point wanted to know how many frames per second that the game is running at, or if it is in HDR, and you've been unsure and you've wanted to check. Now, quite often there are ways of checking, but it may involve a number of button presses. But Samsung have come up with a solution, and that is their game bar. Now, it's simple enough to get up, so we just grab our remote control, hold down on the play pause button, and there we go. Now, as you can see, this gives us loads of information that is going to be really useful to you gamers out there. And like I said, even if it's just to confirm exactly if you are getting what it says on the box. So we have things like the input lag there. We've got our frames per second, HDR, our VRR, sound output, and even we have a shortcut to the settings. Now, as you've seen a minute ago, it is a little bit long-winded getting to those game settings, but if you are in this game bar, then we have a dedicated mode there. If we just click on that, we go straight into those game settings. So if you want to adjust that dynamic black equalizer, you can straight away from there, nice and simple. Now the fun does not stop there, because we have some settings for you PC gamers out there. Now unfortunately I don't own a gaming PC myself, but from this bar you are able to change that aspect ratio, and if I just go into troubleshooting just there we go. It says about how you can change it to 21:9 or 32:9, which I know will be very handy for you PC gamers out there. So you've got that ultra wide resolution, which is going to give you that edge. And yeah, you can simply change that from that bar. Again, very, very handy indeed. But we also have this screen position feature, which allows you, again, not able to do this, but to move that screen position up or down, which could be handy if you're getting a bit fatigued and you want to move position. So you can move that screen position to match your seating position. Now, it's all well and good having all these great features, but it's no good if every time you turn on your console that you've got to go through a massive long process of setting it up to get the very best out of your TV. But I have got some good news, because Samsung have a game mode. Now, I've got a few options on this. You've got off, on and auto. And if we just fire up the console now, what the TV is going to do, it's going to recognize the console has kicked into life, and it's then going to optimize all the settings to get the very best out of the screen and the console together. So we're going to get very low input lag, and that is exactly what you want with gaming. Obviously, we get that bar up there again, so we can see already it's saying input lag fastest, and it's also going to optimize the picture and sound. Now, this next feature that I'm going to show you is something that my son, who is a real hardcore gamer, assures me that it's something that him and others like him will definitely want and use. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yep. Right, so I know for a fact that a lot of the hardcore gamers out there like to multitask. And with multitasking, quite often means multi-screens. But if you've got a TV like this in a living room environment, like set up like I've got just here, you're not necessarily going to want multiple screens, but you may want multiple views. And that is where Samsung's multi-view comes into its own. So all we've got to do is press on the home button, scroll across to multi-view, and I'm going to select, you say YouTube would be one that a lot of you gamers would use, yeah? Yeah, and there we go. We've got YouTube going and we've got the game going at the same time. So yeah, this could be very handy. So you may want to be catching the latest live stream from a fellow gamer or something like that on the one screen there, whilst you're carrying on gaming yourself. But you might think, oh, you know, that's a little bit too small on that screen there. Don't worry, you can size it up. So you've got change the screen size there, so let's expand that one up. There we go, so we've got a bigger view. And of course you can swap that around, you can move the boxes around. There's just so many different combinations. And of course it doesn't have to be YouTube, it could be something else. So you could maybe have the sports on, you know, you might want to watch England play football, and you know, see what the results are as it's going live whilst you're playing your favourite game. So definitely a handy feature to have. Now you might be thinking yourself, well, that's all well and good, but I can't hear what's going on the other screen. Well, again, not a problem. All you've got to do is select the other screen. There we go. We are now listening to one of my own videos on YouTube. But let's just change up these screens then. So if I just now go to picture in picture. So there we go. As we can see, we've got YouTube there, top left-hand corner. Sorry, bottom left. Sorry, bottom right. Oh, sorry, top right. But the very clever thing is as well, the sound is moving around the screen. So when I put it to the left, it's coming from the left. Put it to the right, it's coming from the right. But of course, if you don't want the sound coming from YouTube, you can just back out of that. And now we've got the sound coming from the console. Simply push up again and back to YouTube. Very clever indeed. And there you go, that was just some of the amazing gaming features for the new Samsung QN95A. Once again, a big thanks to Samsung and box.co.uk for helping me make this video, and make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Not enough of you guys are subscribing to the channel, and definitely not enough of you are hitting the bell icon so you get notified of my latest uploads. And we have got some great content coming very soon, load of different TVs coming to test out. So yeah, make sure you are subscribed and you've got that bell icon turned on for those notifications. So from both me and my son Josh, who was kind enough to help out today, big thanks for joining us, and hopefully we will catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.